Let's see how you can set up your own FHIR server on Google Cloud Platform. And this is a fully managed FHIR server. You don't have to worry about setting up the database, nothing of that sort. To learn more about FHIR, we just released an entire course on FHIR and it's completely free. You can just go to our website and then I'll also put a link down below. You can enroll in this course for free today. So first go to the healthcare module in Google on the Google console. Now, once you're in here, you'll see an option to create a dataset. Now, the way Google Healthcare works is that you set up a dataset first. So here I'm going to call it my dataset. You set a region. And again, this can be a multi-region. So you can just say all of the US. So that'll be high availability. Even if one goes down, you'll always have something else available. Now, in this region, you will then create multiple other instances of maybe a FHIR server, maybe a HL7 V2 server, maybe a DICOM server. There's a lot of options available. So let's just create this and I'm going to let it be with Google managed encryption keys. You can change that if you want to use your own keys for encrypting the data at rest. In this case, we'll trust Google. So once you are in here, let's go into my dataset that just got created. And here, let's create a data store. And Google calls all types of this data store. Like there is a concern data store, there is a DICOM data store, there is a FHIR data store. And let's choose FHIR. And let's call it my FHIR server. And you can create it as it is using the default options. But here, let's just select the R4 version of FHIR. Because we'll mostly be dealing with that. R5 is not yet fully stable. And let's also check this option to allow updateCreate. So that means you will be able to use the put operation to provide a client-generated identifier or like an ID, a logical ID for resources. So that's pretty useful. And up here, you can also enable implementation guides if you want. So if you're using US Code, you can select some of this. If you're using the DaVinci or Karen profiles, you can select one of these. Right now, I'm just going to leave it as it is. You can also stream all of this data that is being created in the Google FHIR server to BigQuery. So you can query all of this data using SQL. Right, so Google has done this. There is a bit of a latency, but then it's actually quite good. I'm not going to do this. And again, you can also receive notifications of the resources being created, updated, and deleted in the FHIR server through Google PubSub. There is no other subscription mechanism yet, unfortunately. So I'm just going to skip that as well, and I'm just going to create the FHIR server. So once we have this created, we'll also see how we can access the data on this server. So let's go inside, and all they give you is this path here, right? Like, so you might wonder, like, what do I do with this path? If you go to the documentation and check, they tell you that okay, you can make a post request to this endpoint and then project ID, location ID, dataset ID, Firestore ID. But that is exactly what is present here. In fact, we can just use this base URL. So let's copy this. Let's go to Postman and let's see if we can just make a GET request for, I don't know, let's say patient, right? So let's copy all of this. So right after V1, we'll have projects, all that. And this is my FHIR server /FHIR/patient. Okay, let's see what we have. And there are no patients in the FHIR server. And again, I forgot to tell you that I have authorization enabled here. So what you will need to do is you also need to generate a token. Now, again, there are multiple ways to generate this token, but if you're already signed in using the Google Cloud Console, you can use your own access token. So for example, here, let me just clear this out. Let me do this again. And this will just give you an access token from Google. And again, there are so many other ways to do this. You can set up a service account. You can use OAuth 2. But basically, you just need to make sure that you have a token that has access to the scopes needed to access the FHIR server. Okay. So once you have that, let's put that in Postman as the token here. And this is exactly the same thing that we copy pasted from our terminal. And let's again make a GET request to patient. And we're able to see that, okay, it works, right? So let's post a patient. Let's just, copy something that we've already created. So again, this is our usual patient resource. So let's post this to the FHIR server and we see that it works, right? Like it works. Let's again get all of the patients from the FHIR server back. Your client has issued a, yeah, because it doesn't accept the body. So let's just do the get request. And we see that we get patient that we just created. So that's how you set up Google FHIR, and it's completely managed and barely took us 5 minutes.